Today is Israel's National Independence Day. This is ALIYAH News. Today is Yom Ha'atzmaut, the day the modern-day state of Israel was established. The Independence Day marks the 14th of May 1948, when David Ben-Gurion declared the establishment of the State of Israel in Tel Aviv. That declaration came just hours before the British mandate over Palestine officially ended.
At Haifa, the last British troops leave Palestine. The Union Jack was hauled down and the doors closed for good on the British mandate.
Within minutes, the new state was recognized by major powers, including the United States and the Soviet Union.
Saudi Arabia? No. Soviet Union? Yes. The United Kingdom? Abstain. The United States? Yes.
The resolution of the DUC Committee for Palestine was adopted by 33 votes, 13 against, 10 abstentions.
At the time of independence, the Jewish population in the land was around 650,000 people, and today Israel is home to nearly 9 million citizens, including more than 7 million Jews, making it the largest Jewish population in the world. But this moment in 1948 was the result of decades of groundwork. In the late 1800s, modern political Zionism began to take shape, led by figures like Theodor Herzl. Herzl responded to rising anti-Semitism in Europe by advocating for the Jewish homeland secured under international law. The movement gained momentum through organized immigration waves known as ALIYAH. Between 1882 and 1939, hundreds of thousands of Jews returned to the land of Israel, then part of the Ottoman Empire and latter under British control. They established agricultural communities, built cities like Tel Aviv, and revived Hebrew as a spoken language. A key turning point came in 1917 with the Balfour Declaration, in which Britain expressed support for the establishment of a national homeland for the Jewish people in Palestine. This was later reinforced by the League of Nations mandate. However, tensions between Jewish and Arab communities grew throughout the 1920s and the 1930s. By 1947, the United Nations proposed a partition plan to divide the land into two states, one Jewish and one Arab. Jewish leaders accepted the plan, and Arab leaders rejected it. On November 29, 1947, the UN General Assembly voted in favor of the partition. Civil conflict broke out almost immediately, escalating into full-scale war after independence was declared on the 14th of May 1948. Within hours of David Ben-Gurion's declaration, armies from Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, and Iraq invaded, and so began the 1948 war. At that time, Israel's forces numbered around 30 to 35,000 fighters. Many of them were poorly equipped. Despite being outnumbered and facing armies on multiple fronts, Israel secured control over more territory than was originally allocated under the UN plan. The cost was high. Approximately 6,000 Israelis were killed during the war, which was about 1% of the Jewish population at the time. Among those who fought were thousands of Holocaust survivors, and this was just years after the devastation of the Holocaust. Many survivors arrived in Israel, often with nowhere else to go, and they joined the fight for independence. It's estimated that tens of thousands of survivors immigrated to Israel in its first year, with many entering military service almost immediately. For many people of faith, these events carry deeper meaning. In the book of Isaiah, the question is asked, can a nation be born in a day? And in 1948, a state was declared and recognized in a single day, something that many see as extraordinary in both historical and spiritual terms. Following independence, Israel experienced massive population growth through immigration. Between 1948 and 1951 alone, the population nearly doubled, as over 7,000 Jewish immigrants arrived from Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. This period became known as the ingathering of the exiles, Jewish communities returning from across the world to rebuild their lives in a shared homeland. Despite economic hardship, food rationing, and ongoing security threats, the young state established democratic institutions and a functioning economy and a national identity. Today, Yom HaAtzmaut is marked by celebrations across Israel. The day begins as Yom HaZikaron ends, remembering the fallen soldiers and terror victims. But this creates a powerful emotional transition from remembrance to joy. Israelis celebrate with public ceremonies, concerts, and fireworks, and families gather together for barbecues, one of the most recognizable traditions of the day. The Israeli Air Force performs flyovers, and the cities are filled with blue and white flags. From a population of 650,000 in 1948 to a thriving nation of millions today, Israel's story is one of rapid growth and resilience. Yom HaAtzmaut is not just about Israel's independence, but also encourages faith in a greater story, that God is unfolding in bringing his people back to Israel and bringing glory to his name. Can a nation be born in a day, or a people be brought forth in a moment? Yet no sooner is Zion in labor than she gives birth to her children. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Ebenezer Operation Exodus YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. See you next time.